be pretty cool. Do you know, actually, do you know what is the meaning of pretty cool and pretty nice?
Yes, in Spanish es muy chévere, no sé, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. They're very, very used. Pretty cool and pretty nice. Eso es lo más cerca que podemos llegar a ese chimba o chévere o bacano. ¿Ya? Ellos utilizan muchas expresiones como amazing, which is really good, no? Amazing. But this pretty cool, pretty nice. You know, they're very, they use all the time this pretty cool and pretty nice. Okay.
I watch a video in YouTube
Mhm.
that in English cut the words, no? For example, RH records humans. Only say RH. You have to go to RH, for example.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they sometimes record the words all the time. And sometimes that happens in chat, yeah, when we are chatting, we just simplify some words. And
Oh,
if you sometimes if you watch that kind of videos, you can send it to the group. That's great because you can learn, we can learn many things about that kind of videos. But did you see that on YouTube or Instagram?
in YouTube, I see.
YouTube, okay, that's good. Yeah, if
I
there's,
don't like
tell me,
uh, Instagram. I don't like to
you,
Instagram.
I recommend you Instagram because I have learned a lot of things. I follow many pages where I have learned a lot of sayings. Do you know what are sayings?
Mirando.
Well, if well, no. Say is decir. Saying, diciendo.
Ah,
But sayings are dichos. Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of sayings that we don't know. I mean, for example, here in Colombia, I sometimes hear some from some people from La Costa, from Cartagena or Santa Marta, and they say some sayings, and we say like, what do they mean? I mean, I remember that when I was living in Tunja, there was one friend of mine who all the time said, "No arrisco," and I was like, "What? Have you ever heard that one? No arriscar, arriscar."
No,
Arriscar, no arriesgo
dime.
es que no puedo.
No entendió.
Exactly. When I was in Tunja, I didn't know that. I mean, she was like, "No arrisco," and I was like, "What? What is that?" So that happens in English. Remember that the scenes are not the same. We don't have to translate that now because how do you say, for example, ¿cómo es? Sí, por las moscas. How do you say, for example,
No.
sí, por las moscas? How do you imagine that it can be?
I don't know. Really.
Yeah, if we translate exactly, many people would say like if applies or something like that, but no. Yeah. So si por las moscas, it is just in case. Just in case. Como just in case. Solo en caso. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Somebody's writing here. Just in case. Yeah, exactly. Johan, just in case. Entonces, normalmente los dichos ya saben que no se traducen literales. Hay muchísimos, no se traducen literal. Hay muchísimos, muchísimos dichos que uno no conoce, que uno va aprendiendo con el tiempo. Hay muchas páginas. Voy a enviarles unas páginas, pero que yo sigo en Instagram, que son buenísimas, porque son más de como ya aprender así, cositas como dichos, como expresiones que ellos utilizan todo el tiempo, son muy, muy, muy importantes, que recuerdo que aprendí justamente este just in case allá, como para que lo vayan teniendo en cuenta. Now we're going to do just a quick review of that part. How did you ask me, ¿estás aprendiendo inglés? How did you ask me that question? How did you ask me, ¿estás aprendiendo inglés?
Do you learn English? I don't know.
Look at this. Are you learning English? Remember that in this tense, there's some complements that you had some mistakes on those complements. Yo recuerdo que también en el trabajo 2 que ustedes hicieron, en la parte que decía most common expressions, las expresiones más comunes del presente continuo, pues unos las tuvieron muy bien, otras no tan bien, ¿no? Recuerden que expresiones muy utilizadas en este presente continuo son estas. Bueno, yo utilizaba mucho in this moment, en este momento. Utilizaba mucho al hablar cuando estaba enseñando, hasta que un amigo, no, sino un conocido, pues que es de Nueva York, y justamente decía que utilizan mucho el at the moment, más que, claro, no está mal decir in this moment, pero este es mucho más utilizado. So look at this now, at the moment, right now. So look at this. Are you learning English now, or at the moment, or right now? So remember, yes, I am is the short answer. Or yes, I am learning English now. Wait a minute. Learning English now. Or no, I'm not learning English now. That's pretty simple. So I'm not learning English now. So how did you ask me? ¿Está tu mamá trapeando? No, trapeando no, barriendo. No, sí, trapeando. ¿Está tu mamá trapeando la casa o su casa?
Um, um, are your mom mop her house?
Okay, kind of.
Is your mom mopping her house?
Yeah. Is your mom, in this case, mopping?
Mopping your house? Mopping the house?
Exactly. Look at this. Mop. It is vowel consonant. So we have to double the last letter. Como el verbo es consonante vocal consonante, duplicamos el último, ¿no? Is why, because we are talking about she. Remember this one. Recuerden esto fundamental, muchachos. Cuando preguntamos con tercera persona, preguntamos con is. So when we talk about third person, we add is. So are for you, we, they, and am for I. So in this case, we are talking about she, mom. So we act with is. Yeah. So is your mom mopping her house? So yeah, yes, she is. You can say, oh, yes, my mom is, my mommy, whatever. Yes, she is mopping. Or the short answer, yes, she is. Long answer, no. Well, yes, she's mopping, da, da, da. Or no, she isn't. Or no, she's not. She isn't mopping her house. I don't know, but I like to teach this kind of tenses, like of this way, you know what I mean? So I don't know why, but students always understand of this way. When I teach some tenses, I usually teach of this way, like the question, answer, affirmative, and negative.
Teacher, what is mopping? What is mopping?
Trapeando.
Oh, okay, teacher. Thanks.
Okay, welcome. Recuerden que lo que yo les había hecho en la primera clase, que normalmente cuando ustedes están enseñando, yo tuve muchos profesores así en la universidad que siempre decían que no se debe enseñar de esta forma, que no se debe enseñar una estructura, que no se debe decir, vamos a ver presente continuo, vamos a no sé qué. Y yo les dije, yo probé mucho, sí, digamos, este presente continuo, tocaba era siempre meterlo como no sé, ¿qué? Se me fue la palabra. Con un tema, con cualquier tema, frutas, vegetales, deporte, lo que sea. Siempre decían eso, que no había que explicarlo tal cual así. Yo duré mucho tiempo explicándolo así. Y sí, los chicos aprenden mucho vocabulario, pero a la hora del habla no sabían nada para mí, y lo que lo he probado muchísimo, tanto con pequeños como con grandes, mejor dicho, con todos. Esta forma, digamos, de explicar siempre como pregunta, respuesta, les ayuda muchísimo porque pues sí o sí ellos van cogiendo ahí como, bueno, ¿cómo vamos a preguntar? Y siempre les pongo a hacer conversaciones. They're all the time making some conversation, and I have realized that they learn a lot of things about this. So they can just organize the sentences in the mind, and at the beginning, it's very slow. They do it very slow, but then they're going to do it quickly because they're not going to think like, okay, first are, then you know. They say just, are you learning? Are you playing? Is your whatever, okay? So remember the last one. How did you ask me? ¿Están tus hermanos barriendo su casa? Están tus hermanos. But when you say, I mean, brother and sisters, not brothers and not sisters. How do you say both?
Siblings.
Siblings. Yeah, very good. Are your siblings barriendo?
I don't know, teacher.
Sweeping.
Yeah, sweeping, very good. Sweep, barrer, and sweeping their house, su casa. Are your siblings, wait a minute, are your siblings sweeping their house? So yes, they are. The short answer. Yes, they are sweeping Their house. Their house. The negative, no, they're not. No, they're not. They aren't. You can say that. Aren't. Just second. That's all. That's a present continuous. That's pretty simple. I don't know why students say like, I don't know, maybe they learn English at school like 10 more, no? 11 years, more than 11, no? Because now they have like regarded and all those. And they don't like, and this is pretty simple. And teachers all the time teach this. And when they finish the secondary, I don't know why they cannot create some simple tenses like this, some simple questions like this one. So I don't know why. What do you think that happens? What do you think that when we finish our school, we don't learn any shit about English? What do you think that is that? What do you think that when we finish the school, when we end the school, we don't learn English? Why do you think that happens?
Don't pay attention.
Yeah, we don't pay attention. Yeah. What else?
But principal don't practices the English, I think.
Yeah, we don't practice. When we are in school, we don't care about English. We don't care about many things. We only want to play, and that's all. We just want to play. That's all. Yeah, well, we have like, we are responsible, but also there's some, we have to be honest. There are some teachers who are very old, who are old, and they don't care if you learn or no. I have known a lot of good teachers. I have known a lot of good teachers that when they started to teach at schools, they say like, no, you have 40 students. At the beginning, you want that you want that they learn, that all of them learn. But then you realize that maybe 4 or 3 students are going to learn, and you don't care. You don't give a fuck about the rest. And I say like, what the fuck? Well, I don't know. Maybe that happens, but that's not the idea. No, the idea is that most of them learn. So some fault is for the teachers, and others, for students, because we don't pay attention. Yeah. So, what do you think now?
Oh,
Voy a
teacher,
decir,
I think it's also because of the methodology, and maybe we are not accustomed to speak English. And as you said, more of the students, when we are in high school, I mean, they don't care. I mean, or they don't pay attention. They don't even see the importance of speaking English. So I think that one of the main reason is that the methodology, also because teachers only teach grammar, and they also, some of them don't know how to speak English.
Exactly. Yeah, and as Jorge said, it's very important, not to focus only on the grammar. What I usually do, for example, when I teach my students, I teach this part of grammar, and I say like, I don't know, maybe in the first minute, I'm going to explain this, but then I use many dynamic games that are going to help me with, that they understand better these kind of tenses. La parte dinámica es fundamental, muchachos. Es 2 horas dictando esta parte acá, solo esto, gramática o vocabulario, o cojan y traduzcan con su diccionario. No, yo, como le digo, yo siempre intento que sea, aunque sea 1 o 2 actividades debajo de la manga, siempre me llevo digamos, para la universidad.
lo
Sí.
que pasa, teacher, es que por lo menos en mi caso escolar, eh, pues aparte del factor de que es muchos estudiantes, pues no se le da la importancia al idioma. Me explico, o sea, yo llegué a 11 de bachillerato y me seguían enseñando el verbo to be. O sea, nunca me enseñaron nada más. Obviamente yo, digamos que tenía otros conocimientos porque pues uno se interesaba y uno hacía cursos externos, pero como tal, o sea, toda mi vida en inglés, los 4 periodos académicos anuales, vi lo mismo, el verbo to be. Y la verdad no le dan la importancia. Más también tenía un profesor de inglés que todo lo traducía en traductor. O sea, uno le preguntaba algo y lo traducía a un así lo traducía en traductor y no decía, pero, o sea, este personaje no es que sea inglés o qué, porque O sea, era, no, si ya le digo, y saca el traductor, o sea, le enseñan a uno a traducir más no a hablar.
Sí, 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 mira, mira que eso es fundamental, más que todo con la parte de diccionario, sí, a mí también me daban textos y es como que traduzca todo el tiempo, lo que tú dices es muy, muy importante, pero también va obviamente en nosotros salirnos también, es que a ellos a veces le exigen ciertas cosas, yo les digo, yo he trabajado por ejemplo, ahorita estoy en la UIS, en las unidades, en la UNAT, trabajé en el SENA, y siempre a uno le dicen, bueno, esa es la temática la cual usted va a utilizar, sinceramente, yo veía la temática, pero si no me llamaba mucho la atención, yo la verdad la cambiaba mucho. Yo cuando empecé a trabajar en las unidades, me dijeron, en ese semestre, bueno, inglés uno son 4 meses, va a dar esos temas. Eran como 4 temas nada más. Verbo to be, números del 1 al 100, como el abecedario, algo súper simple. Y en 4 meses. Entonces yo le digo, muchachos, si ustedes quieren aprender, pues no vamos a salir de esta vaina, no vamos a seguir solo esto, sino que yo ya más o menos tenía no sé, yo tenía un libro que yo venía trabajando y yo más o menos lo enseñaba de cierta forma y así. Entonces, si uno se pega, hay muchos profesores que se pegan a eso, a todo lo que le dicen las instituciones. Obviamente a nosotros nos toca cumplir con ese contenido. Yo cumplía con eso, pero aparte daba unas cositas de más. A veces no era tan bueno ser muy honesto con los estudiantes porque lo podían uno, pues, rajar. Como que si usted ponía un tema que no estaba en el pensum, pues ahí obviamente le podían decir, no, pero usted me rajó en algo que no debía enseñar. Entonces toca saber cómo introducirlo ahí, cómo hablarle mucho a los estudiantes. ¿So? Pero bueno, son cositas que se van aprendiendo con la práctica. Ustedes mismos se van a dar cuenta, se van a ir dando cuenta justamente de eso. Danny, do you want to say something else?
No, 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 nada, perdón. Voy a decir que muy mediocre, pero bueno. El estudiante, no el estudiante.
¿Qué pasó aquí, hombre? Yo queriendo hacer más y llamándome
No,
medio.
el estudiante, porque si a uno le van a enseñar más, pues uno, pues si uno realmente quiere aprender, pues uno se deja enseñar más. O sea,
Sí,
uno no va a ser mediocre y ir a saber profesor ahí, porque no, eso es ser mediocre.
sí, sí, esa realidad de colegios y justamente acá universidades y todo eso. Pero bueno, ahí uno les va cambiando también el chip a los estudiantes. So now, the last class I remember, the final thing that we are going to do is that, do you remember that the last class I told you something about how to pronounce the names? Because I remember that the last time I was watching a video, I don't remember if that was on YouTube or Instagram, but there was one teacher who was saying like how to say your name in English, how to pronounce it, and she said like if your name is Jorge, your name is George. If your name is Pedro, in English is Peter. So what do you think about that? Do you think that we should change the name? We should change pronounce it differently, or do you think that we should say the name exactly in the in the native language? What do you think about that? I mean, yeah, for example, this one, how do you pronounce it? We should say Jaime Rodriguez, or we should say James Rodriguez. We should say Jorge or George. We should say Pedro or Peter. What do you think?
You try and speak or pronunciation the correct form in the original language, no?
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. And I told you that because as I
Be-
told you at the beginning,
Because I'm sorry, because it's I don't know, how do you say como nombre propio, algo así. O sea,
sí, yeah,
perdón, espera, o sea, me explico, o sea, tú no vas a decir, por ejemplo, como cuando no, pues por lo menos a mí me decían, no, tú no puedes traducir una dirección o el nombre de un lugar o el nombre de una persona porque, o sea, ya es propio como tal, no, y no se va a poder, o sea, se va a ver como raro. Yo no
mhm,
puedo decir como, pues no sé, ejemplo, la ciudad bonita. Y bueno, sí se puede traducir, pero me refiero en el sentido de que, o sea, es algo propio que va a ser como raro, ¿sí me entiende? Como, a ver, no sé, como si yo tradujera el nombre de mi batallón, o sea, muy raro. No puedo decir como Infantry Battalion, no sé cómo se dice, pero o sea, va a sonar raro, ya es propio batallón de infantería, ¿no? O sea, es como, digo yo, ¿no?
yeah, exactly. So
Creo que esa es la razón.
no, yeah, I understood what you want to say. Yeah, exactly. Because there are some teachers who say that, as I told you, I saw that it was a teacher who was teaching that you should translate the names. So yeah, it's a mistake. And I remember that when Jaime Rodriguez was playing in Manchester United, I don't remember do you know, I don't know, James Rodriguez played in Manchester or in Chelsea?
Chelsea,
Chelsea, okay, yeah, Chelsea, yeah. Oh, well, I don't remember, yeah.
Real Madrid.
So when he was playing in England, I remember that once there was one interviewer who asked him like, James, what do you think about the match? And he said, no, my name is not James, my name is James. And in that moment, many people started to call him James Rodriguez. Well, others just call him like James. And I remember that once, and Paulina Rubio, I think that she's from Mexico. There was one interviewer who asked her, can you please tell us about some famous singers in your country? And she said, yeah, I love, I don't know, Vicente Fernandez and Pedro. And they made fun of her because they said, no, Vicente Fernandez is Vicente Fernandez, no Vicente Fernandez. Pedro Infantes is Pedro Infantes, no Pedro Infantes. I mean, you can do it. You can do it. If you want to sound better, you can say George, you can say, but the truth is that, for example, if there is one American man who come here and his name is like, I don't know, maybe this one. They're not going to say, oh, mi nombre es Jorge. No, they're going to say, mi nombre es George. Yeah, so we should say that. Entonces, normalmente siempre pasa con ese tipo de explicaciones, porque pasa que con los estudiantes siempre dicen, no, profe, es que a mí mi profesor me decía Sergio, mi nombre es Pedro, pero pues mi profesor me decía Peter, me ha pasado mucho con eso. Llámame Peter, no sé qué. O sea, no está mal, o sea, podemos traducirlo, pero la idea es simplemente como tener esa identidad, que es lo que se debería hacer en ese caso, porque ellos no lo hacen, ¿sí? Porque, por ejemplo, uno no dice, me gusta la música de Michael Jackson, a pesar de que estamos hablando en español, no es Michael Jackson, sino respetar la procedencia del nombre. No como esas explicaciones yo se las hago porque son como preguntas que todo el tiempo hacen los estudiantes, lo mismo, soy más o menos, como si nos pan comido, profe, porque todas esas cosas son como para que ustedes las vayan teniendo en cuenta porque en algún momento van a pasar justamente por eso. And I think that we're going to stop here, guys. I recommend you this part. I recommend you to do this, to use this kind of, little tables where you're going to put in practice the present continuous. So if you want to ask, for example, ¿dónde estás llorando? I don't know. Where are you crying? ¿Por qué estás llorando? Why are you crying? ¿Por qué está ella cocinando? Why is she cooking? Es que me di cuenta que justamente en la parte del taller, el 2 que ustedes enviaron, vi que varios cometieron varios errores justamente también en ese presente continuo. Pero recuerden que esta tabla les va a ayudar muchísimo cuando ustedes quieren preguntar con las WS questions, simplemente anteponerla. ¿Cómo estás durmiendo? How are you sleeping? O para que la tengan muy, muy en cuenta ahí. So I think that that's all about today, okay? So we are going to stop this part here. And we're going to, yeah, we're going to have the next class in next weeks, yeah? So if you have any question, if you have,
Sure.
tell me, Christian.
Don't forget to send us the video of Instagram, please.
Yeah. I'm going to do it right now because if I don't do it, I'm going to forget that. I'm going to look for the pages and I'm going to send it to the group right now, okay?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, so that's
Thank you.
all today. Bye-bye, see you. Have a good night.
Bye, teacher.